Indian Army is the world's largest standing army in the world, with a strength of around 1.4 million. Not only this, but India is also the world's largest importer of defense-related equipment such as arms and ammunition. India spends billions in the defense sector to strengthen its armed forces and safeguard its territory. Let's take a look at the latest defense deals of India. Number 1. Fleet Vessel Ship Agreement. In October 2019, India put the Fleet Vessel Ship Agreement on hold after questions were raised on Turkey's links with Pakistan and the recent diplomatic tiff with the Recep Tayyip Erdogan government. This raised serious security concerns as the Turkish company was to manufacture ships at HSL Hindustan Shipyard Limited. However, in February 2020, the government of India has given a nod to go ahead with the $2.3 billion deal. After reviewing the concerns, under this agreement, the Turkish company will manufacture 5 fleet vessel ship of 45,000 tons at Hindustan Shipyard Limited, Vishakhapatnam. These ships will be used by the Indian Navy to carry fuel and other supplies to refuel its warships at sea. Number 2. India-US Apache Contract. This is the world's most advanced, multi-role helicopter and was inducted in the U.S. Army in November 2011. India and the U.S. have signed $930 million agreement for Apache helicopters for Indian Army. The contract was made in the year 2015 by the Indian Air Force for 22 Apache helicopters. Out of 22 helicopters, 17 have already been delivered to India and the rest will be delivered in the year 2023. These helicopters will be deployed on Rajasthan border with Pakistan on western sector. The contract includes munitions, training, aircraft certification, and components include engines, EO sensors, and the radar. Indian Army will get the AH-64E Apache configuration. The Apache helicopters have advanced digital connectivity, Joint Tactical Information Distribution System, more powerful T700GE engines with upgraded face gear transmission to accommodate more power, the capability to control unmanned aerial vehicles, and new composite main rotor blade. Number 3. MH-60 Romeo helicopters deal. In 2018, after the dialogue between India and the United States, the South Bloc gave a signal to the Indian Navy to pursue the acquisition of MH-60R helicopters. The contract was finally sealed in February 2020 during President Trump's visit to India with a $2.6 billion deal. These helicopters will replace Sea King anti-submarine warfare helicopters of the Indian Navy. The Sea King helicopter was de-inducted from the service in 1991, and the Indian Navy is currently using an outdated helicopter. Number 4. India-Israel Defense Pact. The government of India has signed $100 million deal with the Israel weapons industries to procure 16,479 Negev light machine guns for the Indian Armed Forces. These machine guns are used as squad automatic weapons, and will enhance the lethal power of a soldier along with his range. The light machine guns have improved lethality and range over the one currently used by the Indian soldiers. LMG were first used in World War II and were later introduced by Israel Weapons Industries in the year 2012. The Negev LMG is inducted by Israel as well as several other defense forces around the globe. Number 5. Air Force One deal with the U.S. The Indian government signed a $190 million deal with the U.S. government to procure 2 self-protection suits, SPS. These suits will be retrofitted on the 2 custom-built Boeing 777 aircraft earlier acquired for long-haul VVIP travel. The aircraft will have 2 wide-bodied B-777s, fully integrated advanced missile approach warning sensors, defensive electronic warfare systems, infrared countermeasures, digital radio frequency jammers, and other such contraptions under the overall SPS. This will similar to President Trump's Air Force One or the Flying Oval Office. The B-777s will be under IAF control rather than earlier decided Air India. Also, IAF pilots have been trained to fly the VVIP aircraft. Number 6. India-US Guardian Drones Deal. The US and the Indian government signed a $3 billion deal for the 22 Predator Guardian drones. The drones are manufactured by General Atomics. The Guardian drone can be used for wide area, long-endurance maritime intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance missions. It can stay put for 27 hours in the air and can fly at 50,000 feet. The Indian Navy made the request for ISR, intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance in 2017. Number 7. India's defense deal with Armenia. On March 1, 2020, India signed a $40 million deal with Armenia, Europe to supply 4 Swathi weapon locating radars. HE radars are capable of locating weapons and are developed by DRDO, Defense Research and Development Organization, and manufactured by BEL, Bharat Electronics Limited. Armenia conducted trials of the radar systems offered by Russia and Poland, but gave a nod to India's Swathi weapon. India's radar system provides fast, automatic, and accurate location of enemy weapons like shells, mortars, and rockets in its 50 km range. It includes 81 mm or higher caliber mortars, 105 mm or higher caliber shells, and 120 mm or higher caliber free-flying rockets. This deal will strengthen the Make in India initiative by the Government of India. Number 8. India-Russia Defense Deal. During Defense Export 2020, India and Russia signed 14 Memorandums of Understanding. This consists of development and production of land, air and naval systems and high-tech civilian products. This set the defense deals between India and Russia to cross $16 billion. Russia is committed to implementing a contract within the promised time frame. This includes the supply of S-400 air defense systems and the production of Kalashnikov rifles and Kamov helicopters. Another deal was signed between Russian Helicopters and Indo-Russian Helicopters Limited to localize the components used in Kamov Ka-226 helicopters. India is planning to purchase 200 Ka-226 helicopters and has already made the payment of the first tranche in 2019 for 5 S-400 systems. The deal is approximately $5.4 billion. Despite the pressure from the US, India signed strong defense deals with Russia. Number 9. India-Russia Air-to-Air Missiles Deal. The government of India has signed $200 million deal with Russia to procure R-27 air-to-air missiles to be equipped on the Su-30 Mki combat aircraft. This deal will boost India's capabilities in beyond visual range warfare. The missile is developed by Russia and is a medium to long-range, air-to-air missile for MiG and Sukhoi fighter jets. Number 10. India-US Defense Deal of Naval Guns. India signed a deal of $1 billion with the US to obtain 13 Mk-45 naval guns and related equipment. The Mk-45 gun system will help India to conduct anti-surface warfare and anti-air defense missions, while enhancing its interoperability with the US and other allied forces. India is one of the few nations in the world that is granted to procure the latest version of naval guns, Mod 4 by the US. The other countries include Australia, South Korea, Japan and Thailand.